Good morning.
So this is to make sure that I have your attention. Got it figured out? Whenever you get it figured out, stand up and say, "I've got it!" I don't expect to have your attention, so I'm just going to talk to myself. Why is our attention coveted? Because it's a known fact. Whatever we give our attention to, we give our energy to. And our energy can come in a variety of packages. Now, in this day and time, it would seem as if the developing of capacities to be dividing your attention in a number of directions simultaneously is what you are to strive for. Because the more distracted you can be, the more you can do poorly. It's a mind blowing. But I know all of you have developed for a long time your attention in such a way that no one, absolutely no one, can distract you. So you're just about to get it, right? That was a clue right there. By the way, are you having trouble sleeping?
Yes.
Do you turn the radio on or turn the TV on? Give yourself a little background noise. Or maybe music.
Music.
Put in, tune in. Today's lecture is one of those exciting events. You notice? Well, it seems as if that's how we deal with our attention. We don't recognize just how powerful it is. We don't realize just how powerful a tool we have. You see, the thing is, if the attention is focused very deeply, the object we focus our attention on, it'll start to change. We see it differently. It transforms, and in the process, so do we. This process impacts at a very felt and experienced level in our whole body and consciousness. So, as it evolves, we will not make that distinction anymore between body and consciousness, or the distinction of being the observer or the observed. Have you become the observed yet? I'm about to take it away. Okay, everyone, please close your eyes. You're driving me crazy. Close your eyes. Have your eyes closed? Okay, open your eyes. The next thing we know about is sound. Did you hear that vibration? Isn't that irritating? Really? the presence or the absence of sound has such a profound effect upon all of us. It affects our attention. As a matter of fact, sound can become so loud that it disturbs us to a point to where it can even drive us crazy. And the absence of sound likewise. But there's a barrier there, you see. Interesting. It's called stillness. Anyone who's ever done any serious meditation is going to either come to or cross that threshold and find that in so doing, they begin to reclaim their own attention instead of it being something that is elusive. You see, who we are, our design. We are creatures of a deep and intense sense of energy. Because we're always being distracted by visual and audio experiences, we tend to lose connection with ourselves. And I guarantee you, that's one of the objectives of the Matrix, is to distract you, keep you distracted to where you never, ever are able to recognize your attention as being the most powerful instrument you have. Because when that happens, in game, no longer can you be controlled nor manipulated when you have your attention and are capable of focusing it in any and all ways that you choose. Haven't you heard somebody say, "My life is a mess"? I hear it all the time. If your life were a mess, I'd be out of business. But, you know, the nice thing about that is, I have other talents and I have other skills by which to distract you, to keep you in a state of having your life be a mess. Here's the point. And the point is, what people are really saying when they say my life is a mess, they're really saying, I can't focus my attention. You see, the very moment you or I, anyone else, chooses to begin to focus attention, the mess starts clearing up. Because you start seeing things for what they really are, instead of what you've imagined them to be. Instead of taking it for granted that because someone else has told you it's a certain way, you begin to, with your own attention, gain a clarity. And that happens with shifts in your perception, you see. And that's why that statement that I made about the attention when it's focused very deeply is so accurate. Life isn't meant to be a struggle. Now, I'm not the first one to say that, as a matter of fact. I'm sure you've read it or heard it before. Stuart Wilde is even reported to have said it. And you know what? Spirituality and spiritual development isn't meant to be a struggle either. If we find that we're struggling in our developing our spirituality, it's simply an indication that we're not staying focused. Really simple, really easy. And you know, sometimes that just makes it so unfun. Doesn't the ego just love complexity and diversion? I.e., distraction? Don't you like to think of yourself as being a multi-talented person? So capable of being distracted. Centering the mind in a specific direction, and only that direction, without any distractions, reveals your attention. Now here's a fascinating thing too, is that I have heard so many people talk about being present and presence, and don't seem to get it, that in order to really be functional in being present, you have to have your attention focused on whatever it is that you're being present with. I like to receive any and all help that I can in helping me help myself. You have to look and see in yourself with regard to yourself. There's a part of you who is ever aware, who always has undivided attention up and running with regard to anything and everything that's going on with you. That means consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, all the different variations of consciousness itself. This part of you is always present. Always has its attention clearly focused. You might could say that this part of you is the actual custodian of your sense of self, of your talents, your abilities, of your multifaceted being. When you choose to be you, and you choose to have your attention with you, you're going to find that you really don't make the distinctions that you used to, which translates into you no longer are experiencing life through a sense of separateness. Rather, you're experiencing life within the context of unified field of experience. This is where we're headed, you see. This is who we are becoming. Individuals with such a clarity of attention and focus that we are able to be. And in our state of being, we see things the way they really are, instead of being so identified with things that we become lost in the identification. Think about it now. How many times have you found yourself being caught up in things? How many times have you found yourself saying, oh, well, it's this way and it's that way, only to find that in 30 seconds you're saying, no, it's that way and it's this way. And all the while you're listening to yourself and you're saying, who the hell is this? But you see, the Matrix loves little snitches. It loves little tattletales. Because when you're of that mentality, your attention is always looking for problem. It's always looking for difficulty. Full attention, it's a rare gift. But it's a gift that can be developed. It's much like many of the things that we learn the mechanics of. Once we master the mechanics, then we find the gift part, the inspiration part coming forward because we have already the foundational involvement necessary. So if you'll take this today and see that we're talking about attention and how you have it developed to a certain extent, also take this as encouragement to help you to continue to develop your attention by simply choosing to be present and have your focus on whatever the object of your attention is and maintain it. It allows you to connect. It allows you to create. It allows you to collaborate with focused presence without distractions. It's a choice to honor and fully appreciate what's right in front of you. Your attention is your most valuable gift for others as well as yourself. So whatever was there, thank you for it. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.